Good morning. We are out for another beautiful adventure. Just started off the Rookburn trek, so now just a short climb up the Sugarloaf Pass. And the goal for this trip, for the third time, is Lake Unknown. After a long winter of training and lots of backcountry missions that push my confidence in navigating uncharted terrain, I'm pretty confident that this is going to be the time. So yeah, join me for this beautiful adventure. Roughly halfway up the Sugarloaf Pass. Already completely drenched in sweat. It's pretty humid today because it was rained the whole night. I actually did end up leaving a lot later than I thought, because I started walking just a couple of minutes and I realized I didn't bring a cable to recharge my GoPro and my phone. So I drove all the way back and started again, and it cost me like an hour at least. That's alright, don't mind walking later into the evening, so we'll see how far we get today. Enjoying the first little breeze that just came through the clearing tree line. Not far to the top of the saddle now, I think. I just made it out of the tree line, having a little snack, 12 o'clock on the dot. So just crossing over a little bit of a saddle, well, Sugarloaf Pass actually it's called, and then down into the Rockburn. Yeah, finally a bit of a breeze up here, still pretty warm temperatures. Looking down into the Rockburn now. Lake Unknown is just behind that mountain ridge there. Park Pass is still in the clouds, but it's supposed to clear out today, so we have the whole day to just relax in the valley and make our way up there. The waterfalls are pretty full, so we'll see how high the Rockburn River is, if we need to cross it or not. We'll check once we're down there. It's one of those treks where when it rains a little bit, the whole trek basically turns into the stream, or rather I should say the stream is the trek, which is sometimes unavoidable, but you just gotta be careful, take your time with the navigation. But yeah, that drops pretty steep down now from the other side of the Sugarloaf. So pretty! So pretty! Everything's so green and lush. It's like heaven! Finally made it down from the Sugarloaf Saddle, Sugarloaf Pass, and now down the Rockburn Valley. A lot of water coming down there. Those open fields are the hardest to traverse. I just had to balance along this tree to the stream. It's just so much higher than it usually would be. But Theatre Flats is just around the corner now, so we're getting somewhere. Ah, yes, happy times. Whew, little boost of energy, this one. Yeah, this hopefully will definitely be lower by the time I come back. Welcome to Theatre Flats. Oh, what a nice place, and the waterfalls are rushing all around the storm last night. Perfect timing. Such a good spot. Bit gutted that I won't be staying here for the night. It is a lovely place, but my plan is to go to the north, push onwards, have a little snack in between, and then set up camp. So came out of the last bit of forest down there. I'm pretty happy with the progress now. So you can barely see the saddle around the corner there. So now it's just finding a nice spot to camp with fresh water, wash myself a little bit, do some food, and I was hoping I would find a place where I could also make some fire, but I think the only place would be over there, but I'm not really bothering of crossing the river again. We'll see, maybe I'll find some shrubs that I can cut off and use. So got plenty of time, it's only 7 or something, so yeah, time to make myself a little camp spot. I think I just found the perfect spot for tonight. Just below these rocks here, protect shelter from anyone that's coming from the north. Can make a little fire on the patches here, so I don't not endangering any of the other plants here. So I can really just make a nice little fire there. And then tomorrow it's just a little top there and then up, and yeah, actually quite a bit of good climbing already today. Alright, pretty good day. Feeling excited for tomorrow. A good dinner, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Good morning, second day. Woke up to a bit of a cloud cover, which is according to forecast, so I don't mind, but good news is the park pass is already clear, so I can just continue upwards and maybe try to get above the clouds. That'll be quite nice. So I'm gonna pack up and then get going. And another good news is also that the level of the river is almost back to normal, I'd imagine. You can see the color changed from kind of a dark green to a light blue, which means most of it will now be the glacial meltwater, and I feel very comfortable being able to traverse this. So yeah, ready to get my feet cold and wet at some point today, definitely again. Radio, let's keep packing. Park pass just below me, looking at the Darrens with Tudoko on the right. Lake Whakatipu is behind that peak there. Holly Ford is just below here, and for the 5 passes you would drop just down on the right hand side there. And for me, it's just straight up. Right, Park Pass Glacier on the left, just to head down towards where the outlet is there, and then go up, scramble, and then go around this ridge there. Yeah, raises the adrenaline a little bit to see the massive drop that is down there, but will be sweet. Not sure if you can see it on the GoPro, but that rock wall there is absolutely turquoise, and that's because of the reflection of the glacial tarn that lays right below it. It's pretty insane, but it's beautiful. Overhanging massive rock wall, gorgeous. Damn, that's a bit of meltwater down there. Glacier is definitely sweating away drastically. What a wonderful terrain. So much fun to traverse. A couple of patches of snow here and there, but pretty easy to find my way around it. So we'll see. I'll try to stay a bit more higher to not get bluffed out down there. So just swoop around there. Holy moly! Woo! If that isn't something. How gorgeous. Fucking gorgeous. If you look at this solid rock slab, we grind it out by the glacier that used to flow over here many thousand years ago. What a vista! Park Pass with Park Pass Town and Park Pass Glacier. Park Pass, Tudoko and Madeleine. Towards the Holly Ford. Pretty nice. Pretty decent look. So this is the navigation part. Let's see how we go. But I might have spotted a route already, so dropping down a little bit and then going straight back to the left as soon as possible. There's a big patch of snow hanging in here, and I need to make my way just around there. So came up with a small route. I'm just gonna drop down this guy here, stick to where there's no rocks, and then towards where the slabs are starting, and then just behind them hopefully there's a path, but I'm pretty confident. Below me, Theatre Flats, and all the way in the distance you could see Pigeon Island on Lake Whakatipu, which is pretty sick to be at a spot where you can see Tudoko and Fjordland plus Lake Whakatipu, and just Somnus right in the center here, towering far above Theatre Flats, which is around the corner there on the left. My camp spot from last night, can barely see it, but it's somewhere down there. So yeah, I absolutely love this terrain. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So much fun. To finally have the confidence to do this kind of stuff took me a while though. So yeah, making the most of it now. Up until this point I was actually pretty anxious about this because it turned me around already once when I was all the way up on the other ledge there looking over from Lake Whakatipu. I was like, nah, there's no way I'm gonna do this. But now I'm like in the zone, doing it, feeling great, legs feeling good, energy levels are excellent, got plenty of food, plenty of time, beautiful day, so seems like the stars finally have aligned to finally take off Iceland and Lake Unknown. We're now on the slab, as I named it fittingly, since it's visible from afar, and it's very intimidating, but actually being here, the slope of it, the steepness of it is actually quite alright. Feels comfortable walking on it, very nice and dry, having enough grip. There's one other thing that I wasn't concerned about was this morning if I would have started too early, that the clouds would have still been in here and it would have been too wet. But it seems to be alright now. I'm just looping around the corner. Might be a bit of snow that I need to cross. But what I actually might do, instead of taking my risk up here, getting bluffed out, I'm going to go further down a little bit, below the snow patch, and then just traverse the moraine up all the way. Solid climb, but it's not even 12, so hopefully during lunchtime we'll be in Iceland. Would you look at that rock, how that's been carved out or broken off? Crazy. And it goes all the way down here as well. Like stairs. Maybe there is an ancient temple around here from a lost civilization. That'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool to incorporate the finding of a lost civilization into my adventure. But unfortunately here in New Zealand there hasn't been people around for that long, so the only thing that I can tell you is that the Maori just gather their greenstone, and they used to traverse in that very valley that is all the way running back there below Mt.Chaos, from the lake that is just around the corner, through the mountains, across the root burn, and then into the west coast to get their punamu, the sacred greenstone that they use for tools and ornaments. But yeah, no temples up here. Not yet. I'll build one if I have enough time. So Iceland should just behind that ridge. I'm just going to drop down across the field. We have Minos Peak to the right here, Mt.Chaos there in the back, and we're just below Ambient Peak. Yeah, hanging above the rock burn. Stunning terrain out here. Really that high? Surely not. Ooh. Okay, I am that high. Oh wow. Oh, woo. Wow. Holy moly. That is gorgeous. I came out way too high. Pretty nice. Awesome. Stoked. And hungry. Stoked and hungry. Oh, it's my two moods at the moment, stoked and hungry. Nice, oh, lovely, beautiful valley. Alright, let's make our way down, shall we? Making my way up the final ridge for the day. I'm gonna stop here on the left. Just Iceland behind me, and Mount Meadowlane all the way in the distance there. We'll see if I get higher. I can probably see Mt.Chaos again, which is quite sick. And we're just below Minos Peak. What a spot. Now on the saddle right between Lake Unknown and Iceland, where I came up, and you can see now Park Pass Glacier, Mt.Chaos, and I'm just figuring out where I want to set up my camp tonight. There's a bit of a wind coming from that direction. It's quite cold, it's a southerly, so I might want to set up my camp northwest facing, It's 3 o'clock now, so I got plenty of time to figure things out. So I might just find a really nice camp spot, set up, get some food, and then I might try my luck going towards Mt.Chaos, just with a vest and a crampons and ice axe, and yeah, it'll be quite lovely, I think. So anywhere around here would work really, because I got the town right here for fresh water. I still boil it because it's not too big. Got my route for tomorrow right over there, plus I might go up Mt.Chaos today, and this is northwest facing, so the wind is coming from the left here, and if I find a nice rock I just have a browse around. Really found the perfect spot, just 10 meters down for where I looked first, and it's actually really sheltered from the wind as well, which I do feel here is a cold breeze. But now I'm just gonna wander right down there, and that's the perfect spot. Built myself a little shelter. I've sat there for the last half an hour, just had to get out of the sun. My head just felt very dizzy. I guess I just wasn't drinking enough as well, but now I've bought some water as well, made myself some food, feel a lot better. So yeah, just gonna go straight back under there to keep myself away from direct sunlight and enjoy the beautiful views. Just my crampons, ice axe, and just a running vest. I'm just going to attempt for a late summit of Mt.Chaos up there. So we'll see how it goes. So I need to scout a route up here anyway for tomorrow, and might as well do it while I'm lightly packed. Alright, made it pretty high above the campsite. You can barely see it up there. Views are getting pretty nice. There's a big ice pocket hanging in here. Going pretty fast. Alright, seems like it's pretty straightforward. Going across here, it's not steep. I can just run across and then make my way from there. Probably put on crampons because it looks quite steep, and then see how far on the ridgeline I can go. Alright, never mind. Snow is so soft I can just walk my way through it, and even if I start sliding down I can just easily catch myself with an ice axe. So feeling pretty confident with this. Dude, that one section there looks sketchy as fuck. I don't know about this. Alright, made it onto the rocky part. Beanspin is just dropping off slightly on the other side there, which is quite scary. So we'll see how far I can climb here. Alright, that's just a bit extreme, so a bit something for the vertigo. Oh wow, that's quite special, isn't it? You can see the ocean back there as well. Cosmos Peaks, Phone Saddle, Mount Aspiring all the way in the back there as well. Earnslaw. Oh boy. I'm gonna stay rather on this side of the traverse. Alright, this is it. This is as far as I'm gonna go. It was the section that I was concerned about, that it's gonna turn me around, but this was definitely more than enough to get my heart racing, and I still need to calm down. Look, I'm speechless. The 360-degree view is unlike anything I've ever witnessed. You can see the lines that are left in the snow. It's going to be a fun way down, sliding. So dark you can barely see it. Happy times. It's all about conditioning the brain to this kind of exposure, and then after a while, easy peasy. This is the second time I'm seeing this kind of pattern. Like, it's pretty interesting. Like all carved out. Strange. Anyways, time for some slash. So, I'm not too sure if I should head straight. Probably easiest way down. The sun is now going to set behind Minos Peak, which means my campsite is also already in the shade, but just gonna, when I come back to the camp, go into my sleeping bag straight away and just gonna look at the stuff that I need to traverse tomorrow. Lake Unknown all the way at the bottom there. Alright, that should be it for today. Into my tent now. I already boiled some water for my hot water bottle that I'm always putting at my legs because it's gonna be cold tonight. I might just pop up and fill the other container with water as well, so if I get really cold tonight I can just reach out, boil some water and then have a hot water bottle again. I might actually do that, but otherwise, yeah, excited for tomorrow. I'm gonna head over to Lake Unknown tomorrow and then try to climb Minos Peak, but that's TBC. Alright, see you tomorrow. Tonight was definitely one of the colder nights. I definitely need to get a new sleeping bag, but once I peeled myself out of that and walked down, it paid off. Gorgeous sunrise above Lake Unknown with the clouds seeping in and out. Yeah, pretty cool place. Now today I'm gonna head over to this side, see to traverse just up there, this ridge line there, and drop down, since behind me there's just cliffs, so it needs a bit of navigation. So going back to my tent, packing up things slowly, have a bit more breakfast, and then we're off. Just need to cross this little snow here and then head towards the left. That's the saddle between Lake Unknown and Iceland on the other side. I just traversed over the top right here, came down easy peasy, and now kind of head straight ahead for that gully that is on the right hand side there. Whew. Exactly what I needed. This is definitely top 3 places in Aspiring National Park for me now. That felt really good, I really needed that. I think yesterday I had a sunstroke as well. Right, feeling refreshed, maybe just spot now. It's definitely going to be one of my top recommendations to see if you're at that level of tramping here in New Zealand. Gonna go here and have a shower under that fucking waterfall. Just filled up my water reserves one last time before I go up to the saddle behind me and Minos Peak. And just to make sure I have enough water for a few hours in this little tarn here. Making my way up to the saddle, kind of circling my way back and forth. Works quite well. It's a fun terrain to traverse, and the views help. Whew. Well, one thing I actually didn't point out was that yesterday this clipper here ripped, so that means I need to tie it, and it's not as good as it is, so the weight of my backpack is a lot heavier on my hips and a lot heavier on my shoulder than it should be. But yeah, it's too far in to do something about it, so I'm just tying it up. Should be alright. It just takes me a while to get the backpack off every time. It's a bit annoying. Already at the saddle. It was a lot quicker than I expected, which is good. Gives me an early lunch, see if I can find a rock to take shelter under from the sun and the wind. Alright, ready to try to get up to Minos Peak. Bit of scrambling, light packed again. Let's see how far we can go. Roughly 300 meter of elevation change. I expect for like 2 hours, maybe 2.5. So we're back here around 1:30. Gives me plenty of time to head down into Rockburn again on the other side, or traverse the ridgeline. We'll see how I feel, but I'm a bit nervous now. my stomach is quite upset. So just deep breaths and ascent. Alright, last 2 peaks behind me. Lots of snow, big snow field. So I'll probably put on crampons. Now it's worth it to just do some speed, otherwise it's like, oh, take it on, take it off, but it looks like I can get all the way to the top without taking them off. Rightio, finally used them. First bit of snow, now a bit of rock scrambling, and then there's Minos Peak just around the corner. I reckon just another maybe 50-70 meters, and then we're there. Pretty straightforward. Fun mountain. On the way down it's gonna be nice and cruisy, just slushing down. Oh yeah! Look at that! Mt.Chaos, Nareen. Bit of cloud coming in. It ain't gonna take me long. I think it's under an hour. See what a heavy backpack can do, eh? Alright, there's the summit. We're getting there. There she is. Oh, we got Mt.Chaos just sticking out from the clouds. Ambient Peak, slightly shorter than Minos Peak. We got Pass Glacier down into Iceland, and then there Mt.Chaos, which I tried to climb yesterday, all the way in the back there. Mount Aspiring. We're far above Lake Unknown, with the Ernst on the left there. You can see my home over there. There's the Glenorchy with Lake Whakatipu. Highest ridge there is Bonpland, Mount Somnus, and then over there, just about to be reached by the clouds, is Lake Nareen, below in the rock burn. Yeehaw! Fuck yeah! What a time! What a time to be alive! Kind of want to make my way down already. See, this cloud starting to form, and I wouldn't want to traverse down when there's clouds. I'm just gonna swoop down real quick. It's not gonna be long. It's gonna be a lot faster, that's for sure. And wet on the legs with this stuff. Seconds after I traversed here, see, I just went straight through, but clouds are coming over. Alright, keep going down. Alright, back at my stuff. 2 hours on the dot. Left here at about 11. Oh, actually less. 1 hour 30. I think I had a break here until roughly 11:30, and then headed up, and now it's 1 o'clock. So yeah, pretty stoked for the elevation change. It was just 300 meters with a bit of navigation, but as soon as I was on the snow, straight up. Nice. Fuck, that was on the list for the longest, to take up one of the peaks that surrounds Lake Unknown, and for the highest one to be that fun is pretty cool. Yeah, can recommend. Onto the ridgeline. I already know it's gonna start up with a climb with a bit of exposure, but nothing worse than I just had. And then hopefully traverse the ridgeline all the way to below Mt.Chaos, and from there dropping down into Rockburn, and then we'll see what time it is. Maybe have a little bit, maybe a second lunch on the way even, who knows. Alright, now on the ridgeline between Lake Unknown down there and the Rockburn, and then you can see pretty straightforward, just one section there, looks a bit tricky but should be alright. Should be alright. Beautiful though. Right, so this is exactly the part that I was concerned about, but looks like there's, even though it's a no-fall zone, a bit of playroom left and right. I'm just going to stick to the wall, treat it very nicely, and then see what's awaiting on the next end. And then below Mt.Chaos, probably around this area here, drop down, and then yeah, it's going to be lots of gravel to traverse, but I don't mind. I do not care because it's a beautiful day. Would you look at that? This is a fucking amazing ridge. Having the blueness of Lake Unknown. Look around, you see glaciers. Glaciers. And then on the other hand, I can also see my home, Glenorchy, in the distance. Pretty sick. Oh, it looks like we'll make it down the ridge. Too easy. Love it. And then I'll see if I actually want to go up here or if I just loop around. We'll see. Might need to say goodbye to Lake Unknown already. Decided to stick to the ridge just a little bit longer. Just this little hill is just 20 meters. And then swoop down below the rock faces over there. And then basically where it gets brown again. And then hopefully end up at the bottom there and I can cross the river there. Should be a lot lower now than when I started to walk. Almost down at the tree line. This was fun. Tried to going down in a controlled manner. But yeah, you can see how the clouds are definitely rolling in, so I definitely want to get down there, cross the river as soon as possible before it potentially rises again. It'll be unlucky. So yeah, should be pretty straightforward now. Just a lot of bashing, and I might put my extra legs on because you can see they're all squished up. So just at the tree line probably take a little break. Just made it down to the forest. It was fucking hectic. This is unforgiving. My legs are burning, bloody, whatever. But I'm gonna put on a second layer now, and then hopefully a bit more smoother sailing. Oh, there's trees. How beautiful. It's a good sign. Alright, I'm gonna have a quick sit down, recompose, and then down and down and down and down and down and down. Not gonna lie, this was one of the hardest things I've done in a very long time. It's just relentless. Like, I mean, climbing mountains and stuff is rewarding, but you gotta handle the exposure. But this is just pure agony. Like, you just get trapped through like massive boulders. It's like massive crevices covered by moss that you slide into. You think you've got your footing, but then there's another branch is just covered with moss that just cracks in and you bust up all your shins. Yeah, that was something. Whew. Okay, well, good news is I'm down at the valley floor now and I'm just gonna go across here. Good. Oh, that feels good. That feels really good. There's a little path here. Not sure, probably by deer or something. Oh, alright. This is so much more shallow than when I last came up the rock burn. Okay, final chapter. 2 adults and its child. It looks like. It's quite cool. I'm absolutely dead. Just reached the spot where it goes up from the Sugarloaf Pass. So I'm just gonna have a quick break here. So absolutely shredded, as you can see. So I'm just gonna hang out here for a little bit, let my body process the food that I've taken in, eat some more as well, drink some more, and then put on some music, and then go up. That's the goal. One last water stop before hitting the very top. Almost on Sugarloaf Pass. Sugarloaf Saddle. Looking back at Minos Peak and the ridge that I traversed above Lake Unknown, which is actually sitting really deep down behind that ridge. Lovely evening. Hear the birds shouting. Alright, can't wait to cross the saddle and see home. Root Trek Light. Now just a couple minutes. This truly feels like a highway. Alright. Hello again, Root Stream. A little bit dark. Whew. We're almost there. 12:37. That's pretty good. Yep, that's the way I came today. Pretty nice. Alright, let's finish this.